Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We're here with another collage. I promised I would do another one, and this one's going to be kind of alien space themed. I kind of want to upcycle some of my old art. So I also have this little booklet here of space themed stationery, and this is an older illustration of mine that I want to incorporate into the art. Lots I can choose from here. Almost too many choices. A lot of this stuff looks really cool. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do something steampunked in the future now that I've seen that one. But also I want to take this moment while I'm selecting the pages I want to use to welcome any new subscribers to the channel. I think I may have picked up a few since my last art festival, so that's encouraging to see. Welcome. So let's grab some Mod Podge and get started. And I say this with every video that I use a wooden canvas on, but wood is thirsty, so make sure that you're generous with your glue. I'm just going to paint a little bit on the back of this. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but I feel like that will just help make sure that I get as much of that covered as I can. And I'm just trying to line this up with the corner to pull it a little bit closer to me. And there we go. I believe we have it. I'm just going to paint a little bit over this edge here where I had the paper didn't tear evenly, but that's okay because I knew I was going to cover this a little bit. I have this piece of magazine paper here. Going to go ahead and plunk that on there. And if you don't have any idea of where this is going, I don't either. That seems to be the nature of collage. It really is kind of the paper equivalent of throwing paint at the wall and just seeing what sticks. And let's see, I think, I'm not sure what I think yet. Am I ready to place this? I kind of feel like in a way I want that to be one of the last things that I place down because I don't want too much of it covered. I think I know what the next piece I want to select is. Just need to get that glue really good into that wood. And I'm going to go ahead and place down this odd solar system-y looking piece of paper for the bottom half. Because why not? When in doubt for my background, I'm going to use a marbled piece of paper that I didn't really have any plans for to begin with. Go ahead and plunk that down because I really just don't want any of the wood to be showing. I want to completely cover this project, so I'm going to plunk that in there. And the next thing I might do is, this is a really nice piece of marbled paper, so perhaps I'll use that one. And let's see what we can put into this middle area here. See if I can still lift that up a little bit. I can. And I'm just going to layer this a bit. Just painting around these edges, making sure that they're not crinkling up. Just tapping everything down. Let's see, I did cut a strip off of that piece of artwork that I had because the background colors were created for that piece, and I think that using its colors and adding it back into the collage ought to work just fine. I really do like this as a printing material and as a crafting material because it's canvas. It's pretty cool. Also adds a new texture to your collage that isn't just paper. And like I said, I have no plan and no idea what I'm actually doing. I'm just covering up this piece of wood with whatever I think looks cool. And because I have kind of this drawing of my alien girl, I want it to look as spaced themed as I can get it. And I think because I didn't completely cover that wooden edge, I'll go ahead and cover it with this. Why not? There are no rules to collage. Just don't put anything at the bottom that you can't bear to cover, or you will be in trouble. You will experience some heartbreak. But other than that, can't think of any real rules to collage. And I'm trying to think of, now that I got her good and trimmed up, actually I think I kind of want her in that position. So let's take the plunge. This is the moment I've been holding back on. And let's actually get her into the frame. Because this is a thicker canvasy paper, I don't think it's even paper, more like cloth, I definitely need to make sure that I get it nice and covered in that glue, that Mod Podge. So I'm going to do that before putting it down. And there she goes. There she goes. We're committed. We can't undo it now. I think it looks good though. Make sure I really get that on there. And I did have this strip of paper that was kind of being used to hold the little scrapbook that I had together, but it looked way too cool to just throw away. So I've decided I don't want to throw it away. I'm gonna see if I can kind of find a way to fit it into the artwork somehow. I might actually put that at the bottom, but before I reveal what I've done with that, let me go ahead and see if this other scraps of paper that I was using from these other projects can't be used here. And I think I'm actually going to go with one of the leftover scraps of marbled paper. Just gonna put it to the side because I didn't want the bottom half of her body where I'd cut her out to be showing. I kind of actually just want her sort of peering out from the pages. If that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it will soon. And like I've done on some of my past projects, I want to get a quote in there. And I apologize, I didn't even realize when I was filming this that I had fallen out of frame. And that is one of the things that has been tricky about filming some of the collage videos, is that I've gotten caught up in working on them. I may have to zoom out my camera more in the future, but apologies for that. The next thing I did was I actually started cutting pieces and shapes out of one of the stationery pictures, because there's kind of just a point where, at least observing other collage studies and other artworks that I actually like, there just becomes a point where doing squares just isn't feasible anymore. Let's add some different shapes, maybe some circles. Not 100% sure. I think I might kind of fashion them around her. I'm actually going to lift that up and stick one right under the corner of that quote. Add a little bit more glue. I really do like layering things. I think it makes a really nice effect when you overlap some of your shapes and pieces of paper. Like so. I kind of agonized a little bit over what to do at the top here, because I had originally put down a different piece, but I like this one better. So I'm just going to cover that one for the top. I don't know for sure yet what I'll do with the moons, if I'll leave them there, if I'll do something else. Lift underneath her hair barrette here and kind of place this under. And I was kind of getting demoralized right here, I have to admit, because I really was like, oh, this is not coming out. This is looking like a pile of disordered. It just looked bad. I was not too happy with the process at this point, but let me use this as an example to remind you that sometimes the ugly phase is right before the phase where it gets really good. So keep going. Even if it's not going the way you thought you had it planned, not that I had much of a plan for this. I did not like those moons. It was too much dark on dark. So I lifted them off. They hadn't dried all the way. And I'm going to put this shape up here instead. Went ahead and I added another layer to this. because why not? And I'm just pulling back here a little bit to see what we've got so far. I kind of like it. It's very random, but in a good way, which is what I was after. So now let's see if I can choose something. I usually do choose some quotes to go with my collages, and this is no exception. And I kind of picked out a few that I thought would work with the theme. I don't know what I'm going to go with yet. I actually like this one a lot because she is looking at us from out of the frame. And because she's looking at us from out of the frame, I think that one would do well to be incorporated into the piece. Now I just have to figure out where. And I think that corner's as good a spot as any. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of glue onto this. And there we are. And I ended up adding another one at the bottom for good measure. And I did think that there was a bit of a negative space issue here. It just looked kind of weird. It looked like it needed another shape. So I went ahead and I cut out this planet, and I decided I could plunk it about in this area. Right down there looks about right. And remember the moon picture from before that didn't work out? Well, I might plunk down some of the moons in this area over here. I feel like we need a more floating shapes in this collage for it to really be complete. And there we are. It's kind of surreal looking, it's supposed to be, but I felt like we needed a few more floating shapes on this piece for it to really look like it was going somewhere. Felt like there were a few instances where we just had a gapping open space, and I wasn't pleased with the lack of variation. So I think I doctored that up pretty well. I'm going to set down another one here. And another one we're going to put right here. And done. I was sweating there for a bit, but I think it came out great. And this is a really cool way to upcycle some of your older illustrations if you're just not doing anything with them. They're not selling. I've noticed in my area that prints don't seem to be the thing that's selling really good, which is honestly kind of heartbreaking because I remember prints in their heyday, and I still buy prints when I go out to art festivals. But this is one way to take your old stuff. If your style has just changed, or you feel that your older art's kind of below a level that you're on now, but you don't know what to do with the old prints, this is actually a real cool way, I feel, to incorporate them into a totally new piece of art. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, drop a comment, let me know if you want to see me make more collages. If you don't know what to comment or are just shy about commenting in general, you can just leave me a paint palette emoji or a paintbrush emoji in the comment section. Still counts as engagement towards my channel, and I love to see them. And until then, I will see you in the next art story. Bye for now.